Before I start the tutorial for this granny square cardi, a word of warning. The model is such that you are going to end up with oversized sleeves. Now, I'm a size M, that would be European 38, and when I put this jacket on, you can just see my fingertips peeking from here. I don't like that. So if you are not a fan of oversized sleeves, what I can suggest is that you just make one square for the sleeves and then work out the cuff, what pattern or what kind of a border you are going to put here. Or if you want to keep both squares and you still don't like the oversized look, then I might suggest that you put an elastic here at the center and make these bell sleeves, make them more bubbly. If you are a fan of oversized sleeves, then go for it. This is the perfect model for you. The granny square jacket that we are going to make in this video, we are going to use Nako yarn. We are going to start with Nako Super Inci, which is sport yarn. Then we are also going to use sport wool. That one is double knit yarn. And for the fluff part, we are going to use Nako Paris, which is also sport yarn, but we are going to double the yarn when working the rows so as to accommodate the bigger weights and also make it more textured and more protruding. The squares that we are going to make measure 26 centimeters, or that would be 10 inches. We are going to start with a 4mm hook and the sport weight for the center of the granny square. So make a slip knot and then chain 4. So this counts as one double crochet and the working stitch. So now we are going to make 3 double crochets in that first stitch. So these ones, 1, 2 and 3. Or now we have a total of 4 here. For the border, chain 3 and then make 4 double crochets into that same stitch. Chain 3 and then again 4 double crochets into that same stitch. And we need one more, chain 3, another cluster of 4 double crochets here, and 4, and we now just need the border, slip stitch into the third stitch of that chain that you made at the beginning, and our first square is done. Next we are going to use the lighter of the fluff yarn here. Insert the yarn into the chain space, and now we are going to work the corner, chain 3, 2 double crochets here. Then we are going to, for the next corner, we are going to chain 3 and then make another set of 3 double crochets. Then to accommodate, as I said before, to accommodate the heavier weights, we are going to chain 2 and then work the corner as we did before. A set of 3 double crochets, chain 3, and another set of 3 double crochets. Don't forget that you have to chain 2 in between the corners. Now I'm going to work the other 2 corners and meet you back at round 3. Here's the square done with the second round. Now we're starting with the heavier weights. Make a slip knot and insert into a corner, and now we're just going to repeat the same granny square pattern with the thing that we are just going to chain 1 between each cluster, chain 3 and 3 double crochets here, chain 1 and work the cluster here, I say cluster, but actually it's 3 individual double crochets. I should have said a set of 3 double crochets. Okay, chain 1 and then work the next corner. We are going to do round 4 with the double knit yarn as well, and then we are going to add a fluffy round. I am finishing around 7, so this square is going to have 8 rounds. We can count together: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I'm going to add another with the same color. So, and that's going to be the finishing round. So I wanted to show how to transition when you work with the same color, several rounds with the same color. So you just slip stitch into the 3rd stitch of the chain that you made at the beginning, and then you just slip stitch through to come to the center, to the corner of the granny square, and now you just continue working the granny square pattern. So I'll see you with all the squares lined up. Here are all of the 16 squares lined up together. So we need 4 for the front, 4 for the back, which totals 8, and then also 4 for each arm, and that's a total of 16. Next I'm going to block them, and I will be back with you to show you how to sew them together. Cut a longish piece of yarn, thread a needle, make a knot, and now with the squares face up, we are going to first hide this knot here. We can push it back, and to secure it I'm just going to go once like this, and next we can push this one later. Next we are going to bring the yarn from the back, and we don't want that one to be seen, into the 3rd stitch of this set of 3 double crochets, so here, and we are going to do the same on the other side with the other square. So here it is, and we don't want to pull too much, because that's why if we pull it's going to create a dent here. So make it more loose, but we're going to just sew it nicely. Next we are going into the first stitch of this 3 chain, and we are going to go through all the stitches. This one is the second, and the third. So once we secure this center, which is not problematic, but you know, quite fragile here with the chain spaces. Okay, next you just have to line this nicely and go through all the stitches on both sides of the square. This one is the second, and the third, and you just use the stitch and don't go through the chain space like this, but try to sew it through that actual stitch. And that's it. It's nice on the front and nice at the back as well. The front and the back panels are joined together. Now I just wanted to show you how to do. I'm fighting daylight here. So this is the front panel, and now we are going to just leave these to insert the sleeve. So when you do the sleeve, you have to sew these two parts together, this one and this one, and sew this part here to the front panel like this. So these two pieces together, and the ones these together as well. The last thing that we are going to do is make the tie. So make a foundation chain out of 250 stitches. Thread the tie and start from this part here, and you are going to weave this one all around the cardi. When you join the front and the back panel, attach the sleeves and then do so with the other side. Now for the back. So start sewing the squares from the bottom up, and you're not going to go all the way up, but you're going to stop at the third set of double crochet stitches here. So counting from the corner, this is the corner, 1, 2, and up to the third, because if you go all the way up, this one will gather and make and bulge up here. So that's why we are going to do a split square. I hope this also helps. So here's the back. And as a finishing touch, we are going to make the fluffy yarn even fluffier. So to do that, you need a very soft toothbrush or a comb with very fine teeth. First, we are going to work in circles to wake these babies up. You can lift them like this and work some more, and then we'll just comb them up. So their fluffiness spills over the edges.